Welcome to another episode of Your Voice. I'm John Balser, your voice for the NRV and surrounding areas. On today's episode, we have Robyn Jones, COO of Joba, an internationally recognized design and marketing studio. So as you can see, we're not at our normal filming location today. We are actually inside the office of Joba Design, and this space is absolutely fantastic. If you ever get the chance to come by and take a look at it, they're so welcoming. It's such a fantastic space. Please come by. Such a great open concept. And with us, we have Robyn today. Thank you so much for sitting down with us and letting us film in this great office space. I love it so much here.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming. We always love inviting people to come in, like you said, and just see what we have going on here. It's so, it's easy to talk about what we're doing, but it's just a whole different thing if you come see what we do. So welcome.
There's so many, thank you. There's so many amazing little products and things that I personally want to buy, but it's an amazing space. So please, if you get the chance to meet this team and to see this place, check it out for sure. So before we get into everything that Joba does and your recent anniversary and just what you guys are doing, tell me a little bit about you and what you do outside of work. I know you have a family, but what's Robyn like when she's not in the office?
Oh my goodness. So when I'm not in the office, I'm probably still working.
Sure.
Everyone knows that. But I enjoy, I have my shows that I like to binge and watch on the weekends if I get a chance.
What's your favorite show?
Ooh, there's so many.
Pop
and
quiz.
then there's the ones that are really your favorite show, but you don't want to tell everybody.
Right.
But I like Law and Order, SVU. It's probably been watching all 20 years worth of seasons.
I think that's everybody's guilty pleasure.
Okay.
Like they just sit there and kind of watch those shows.
Yes, over and over. They have marathons.
Absolutely.
There's a new show called All Rise that I'm hooked on that just started. All the shows just started, so this is a pretty bad time for me because I have work I should be doing.
Yeah.
Then I'm trying not to watch my shows.
Yep.
And so, I would say those are my two favorite for right now.
That's fantastic.
Yeah.
What else besides TV?
Oh yeah, and really TV's like this much of the time. I have 4 kids.
That's all your time.
Yeah.
So that's the rest of it. Yeah.
Yeah. So we have 4 kids. That keeps us pretty busy. We like to, cook and hang out and have a ton of activities that we do, with the kids.
That's
and
awesome.
Like to read.
That's awesome. I know work and your kids, that probably takes up the majority of the time, and it is the fall season, so it is all the new shows are coming back on.
Yes,
so
yes.
It's like, when you have that time when the kids aren't with you and when you aren't working, it's that binge factor for sure. So let's get into a little bit about Joba. You guys are going through some changes and already have gone through some changes. You recently celebrated the 1-year anniversary of a merger. Talk a little bit about that and kind of how things have kind of come together over the last year and the changes that you've seen and the growth that you've seen.
Yeah, so we're a little over a year now of acquiring a marketing firm, a local marketing agency. And, one thing that we had noticed throughout our time was that people, just in an increasingly digital world, people really crave authenticity. And we're giving it to them in terms of creative services. But there were things that we were working a lot with this particular marketing firm of just hitting them from the digital space in terms of marketing and words, and how you're connecting with them in terms of messaging. And so the acquisition was really just something that we were already working a lot together, and it was just really well-timed. And it's been a really great transition. I think with any acquisition, whenever it's like 2 families coming together, it's a process, and you work through things to make everybody comfortable, and processes and procedures and all that good stuff. And so it's been a really great year of growth. Our team has just really rallied together and been supportive of all of the changes, including our latest brand reveal and brand changes that we've done to really help make everything a cohesive unit. So
that's fantastic. Yeah, your team it speaks volume, just the team that you have, the effort that they put into things. I've had the chance to meet quite a few people that are all part of your team, and they really embody the changes that are happening. They're excited about it. They're really, taking what you guys had in your head as far as how you wanted to take Joba. They're really taking the reins, and they're doing great things. And
Thank you.
Your overall staff just seems to be really engaged. So it's fantastic to see that.
Yeah, we feel really, one of our things that you can ask any of our teammates now, what's one of our big things is just trust, loyalty, and respect. And that's kind of how we build our team. We want them to trust us. We want them to feel loyalty to us, but to the brand that they are helping to build. And we want to be respectful of each other. And so we just try to look for those qualities, and we try to exude those qualities. And I think that really manifests itself in the team that we've put together.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's awesome. So if you had to describe how this community has helped develop your brand and to help just Joba as a whole, what would you say? How would you describe how impactful this community is?
That's a great question. I think on a few different levels. I think as young entrepreneurs, the community has been very supportive of just wanting to know what we're doing, wanting to know what we're about, wanting to know how they can help. And that could be from, a VP at tech to another entrepreneur who's already been down this path. It's just been really supportive community in that way. And I think also just resources that are available here to you. Again, as a young company, you are surrounded by other successful entities. And so it's kind of like success breeds success, and everybody's here is hungry, whether they're students, they're hungry, whether they're young companies, they're hungry. They could be thriving. We're next door to $1 billion company. So everyone's really hungry and thriving and helpful for towards one another.
I love the fact, too, you brought up, you have the young entrepreneurs here, the students, $1 billion companies, $1 million companies, but they all work together.
Yes.
You see that in some markets, but I feel like this community as a whole, it's a little bit different, and I can't actually pinpoint the exact reason why, but there's not very many million, billion, any of those, larger big companies out there that you can see just every day and have conversations with them. And
we're at events together, we're having conversations. I've got this resource, you've got that, and it's not a big deal, and it's not a whole lot of red tape. It's very authentic, and it's very real and sincere, and most times super helpful. So I think those are qualities, like you said, that you can't find everywhere. Of course, there are lots of areas where people can go and start thriving businesses. But I think that this community, not having some of that red tape, 9 times out of 10, if there's somebody who I want to know and I don't know them, I probably can ask John. John might know, right?
Hope so,
and vice versa.
Absolutely.
So not having all of that extra red tape really helps you to hit some milestones and leap ahead quicker than you may in other areas that might be more attractive.
Sure.
And I think that's why we've been able to grow so rapidly. It's because we've been able to get that support without as much of the difficulties you might have in other areas.
Well, I just want to congratulate you personally on your growth and what you're doing here, what you guys already do for the community, from the school to the community itself. I know you and your family contribute a lot of time, not only with your business, but personally as well with other endeavors that you have. So I just want to thank you on behalf of the community for everything that you guys do as a family and as a business. So it's great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So we're going to jump into some quick fire questions.
Oh, boy.
I'm going to throw in a new one that we've kind of you'll be the first one that I ask, and I'm really kind of excited about it. So we're going to go straight into it.
Okay.
What is your greatest fear?
Ugh. My greatest fear. As a mother, I think a lot of things come back to your children. And I think one of my greatest fears at this stage in my life is just not being there.
Okay.
And that could be for whatever moment. I just want to be around till they're like, they have their own kids and all that good stuff. And I think not being there and not leaving the type of legacy, because, you know, this is more than just let's put a roof over your head for us right now. This is about building a generational thing for our family. So I think not being there kind of encompasses it all. Like, not being able to finish what we're building and maybe not even being around for some of those greatest moments in their lives.
I love that. As a new father, I mean, she's almost 2 years old, but I consider that a new father.
Cute as a button.
Thank you so much. I totally agree.
Yeah.
I think my fear changed when I became a father.
Yeah.
And I know my wife feels the same way. It's just, you want to be there for everything. You want to make sure they're always protected and always happy, and you want to build a legacy. You really have to start thinking about the generational things and prolonging what you can do for their life and their kids' lives.
Exactly.
And you got to build that legacy for sure.
Absolutely.
What is the best gift you have ever received?
Okay, I've got a really good answer for this one.
I'm excited.
Because it just happened. So I just got back from Greece. We went sailing in Greece and Turkey.
I'm jealous.
It was amazing. The best. If you can do it, do it.
Yeah, that's one of my life plans to head there. I love it.
It was so beautiful, so picturesque. It's everything and more than what you see in pictures, and it was so peaceful. And you know, we've been like grinding for years, and I don't know the last time I've really unplugged. And again, kudos to my team. And I told them this in our staff meeting yesterday. I couldn't enjoy myself and be able to say that my vacation was amazing if I didn't have an amazing team. So I had an amazing vacation, not only because it was an amazing location, but because we have an amazing team that allowed us to unplug. But yeah, that was probably, and so my husband surprised me with that for my birthday. And we left actually the day after my birthday, so I was able to spend birthday with the kids and the family, and then we jetted out to Greece, and it was awesome.
Kevin, my birthday is in April, so if you're watching, you know, just holla at your boy, you know. Greece, you know, doesn't have to be Greece. Well, you know, I'm just saying. April
I don't
20th.
know how he always, you know, he always takes it up a notch. So I didn't have any complaints at all about that trip. It was
That's
amazing.
An amazing trip.
Yeah.
That's amazing. When you think of the word success, it doesn't have to be a who, but it could be a what. What pops in your head when you think of that word?
Ooh. I don't know. I feel like success is, for me personally, and I would even say for our family, because we're always challenging one another, I feel like success is always moving and progressing.
Okay.
And what I mean by that is success for us 6-7 years ago was to have a company. Okay. And then it was to have a team and a space. Okay. And it was to have national clients and international clients. Okay. So the bar's always moving, you know, success. We came back to Blacksburg because my husband wanted to finish his degree. He's done that. He's getting his PhD now. So he's gone from getting his undergraduate degree to getting his master's, and now he's getting his PhD. So to me, it's progress, I guess, just progressively always pushing yourself. And I don't know that that can be defined by one moment. You know, you hear people get the Oscars and they're like, this is great, but then they want more. And I think that I don't know what that one defining moment is for me.
I love that.
Yeah, I just don't. But I know that there's just always, you know, ask me next year and I'll probably have some, I'll tell you some other successes,
you
know.
I truly believe that you define your own success and you set your own bar, and I don't ever believe that there's a cap.
Right.
And so that goes back to what you were saying about success, is that I feel I try to be successful and try to change something daily, monthly, yearly, and try to find a new goal to reach. And I truly 100% believe in that answer.
Yeah.
And I think that overall, you guys are doing it, and that success level is just going to keep growing, and makes me want to go back to school, and do something else, get motivated now. But is there anything that you would like anybody out there to know about Joba itself, about specifically what you guys do, kind of a broad overview of things, just something that we might not have covered today?
We're all about creating authentic experiences for people, and I think that manifests itself in both marketing, traditional marketing avenues, as well as our branding and design efforts, product design efforts. And so we are not necessarily the company for everyone, and we'll admit that. We're fine with that, and we've grown to recognize that. But we are definitely the company for people who want to authentically connect with their audience, who want to create impactful design and compelling communications. And so while this doesn't make us necessarily the perfect fit for everyone, because some people are just looking for cookie cutter stuff, I think that makes us unique. And I'm hopeful that we can continue to connect with companies and with brands who feel that same, who feel the same way.
Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. What's the best way if people want to learn more about what you do, if people want to learn more about you guys, meet your team, what's the best way for people to reach out to you?
Yes. So we've actually, with our new branding, we can be reached at jobastudio.com.
Okay.
And that's JOBA studio.com, or hello@jobastudio.com. Shoot us an email.
All right.
So, yeah.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
It's always a pleasure.
Appreciate it.
And I look forward to your continued growth and everything that you guys are doing. I wish your family the best.
Thank you.
And
same to you.
thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Have a good day.